Well, welcome to another playthrough of Marvel United. I know it seems like I just barely did that one with the DC characters. I'm going to get back to the DC box pretty soon. But I wanted to go back to Marvel, and I wanted to take on Dr. Octopus. So I decided this time to try it with 3 heroes: Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Ghost Spider. Let's see if using 3 heroes makes it easier than the 2 that I have used in the past. Okay, let's see if my 3 spider characters can defeat Dr. Octopus. I have Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Ghost Spider. They're going to be taking on old Doc Ock. He starts out at the Brooklyn Bridge. And he has an interesting play. I've seen another playthrough of him. He wins by eliminating locations. So you have to be careful not to be in a position where his crisis tokens are going to build up. If so, then you have to eliminate a location. Every time he bams, he not only does some damage, but he'll place a crisis token where he is. Well, let's go ahead and draw out our 3 cards for each of our heroes. First for Spider-Man. Let's see what Miles has for us. And finally, Ghost Spider. What is she going to contribute? Now, I haven't researched fighting Dr. Octopus enough to know what is a good strategy, whether I need to try and prevent overflows or try to keep away from him. So we'll find out. Well, did you see that? I forgot to shuffle everybody's cards. So let's just return each hero's cards to their deck. Give them a good shuffle a couple of times. Then draw out our starting 3. All right, Miles is all shuffled, and we will check his starting hand. Same with Ghost Spider. Return her 3 cards to the deck. And then a couple of shuffles. And we're ready to draw out her starting 3. Shuffle up Doc Ock's cards here. And let's go ahead and pull the first one. See what happens. So he's going to move 1, and he's going to bam. And he's going to put a bunch of thugs down. All right. He moves 1. So he's not where we are at this point. But he will bam. There's nobody in his location. So we don't have to worry about that. But I believe we have to put a crisis token here. So we'll get a crisis, and we'll put it here on this location. Wonder where it'd be most visible. Maybe down in the corner. But now we have to go around and do the other BAMs. Now, the way I have been playing this is, if there's multiple characters that do a BAM, I usually start going around starting where the main villain is. So the first one to come up will be Vulture. And what Vulture does is damage 1 hero in this location, and then move his card to another empty location, if that's possible. But we haven't cleared any threat cards yet, so we'll just have to figure out who is going to take the first damage. Let's give it to Ghost Spider. Let's put this card with the star on it. We'll put that back in her deck. Now we need to lay out some thugs. Was it... It was 2 and 1 and 2. That's quite a bit. So 2 where he is. Fortunately, that doesn't overflow. 1 on this side and 1 on this side. And we're going to have to keep an eye on that. All right. The order I think we'll play is from top to bottom. We'll start with Spider-Man. And they are all just a couple of spaces away. He has that darn vulture there. Might be good to kind of work on getting rid of him, but Spider-Man, well, let's see what this action is here. He can move and he can punch 3 times. Tell you what, let's do that. Let's play this one. And let's have him punch Vulture 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to have him move over to... do we want to go back or forward? Let's have him go back, because if he moves forward and he goes over to the Oscorp Tower, then he possibly, with another BAM, could suffer this damage from Mysterio. So let's avoid that for right now. Okay, Spider-Man. Now, Miles Morales. What is Miles going to do? He is here in Queens with Ghost Spider. If we could clear off that one threat, all we have to do is, I believe there's only one more punch to take out a Vulture. He has 2 punches, and he has a move. If I play these 2 punches, I think I will. And he has Spider-Man's move. So 1 punch to defeat Vulture. And we get that token. And then he can move. So let's move him. And what do we have to do in Queens? There's a couple of civilians. If she could grab them. Oh, yeah. Why not? Let's use this double star here. And she has 2 punches courtesy of Miles. Punches aren't going to do her anything. Maybe that wasn't the best choice. Maybe what we need to do is have her move instead. But she doesn't have... Well, let's use the... let's take this one back. And let's use her wild. First of all, she's got the wild, and that's going to be a move for her. Take her up to Spider-Man's location. And those double punches will take out the 2 thugs that are there. Now, it looks like we've played everybody, so now it is Dr. Octopus' turn. Let's see what happens when we draw his master plan. So he's going to go 2 and bam. Well, it's good he bypassed us. And he does lay down a crisis token here. But we have the BAM effects to deal with. So poor Miles, he's going to have to take a damage from Mysterio. Now let's figure out what we're going to do with him. Let's go ahead and put this star. Let's go ahead and put this star back in his deck for his damage. Line these up a little better. And this BAM also means add a civilian and a thug in this location. Well, fortunately, we have enough space that we can do that. Now, if he BAMs again, we're going to overflow. All right, Ghost Spider contributes a wild, and let's see what Spider-Man pulls up here. There's a wild and two. You know, we could clear that other threat. Why don't we do that? So there's a wild and 2 stars, but we can use all 3, the wild and the 2 stars, to take out this threat. I forgot to BAM the Sandman. And what happens is he gains health, and there's no one in his location to damage, so forgot to put a extra health on him. Spider-Man ended his turn here, so he can gain a punch token. Let's go down here and give him a punch token. Okay, Miles. And where is Miles? Miles is right over there with Mysterio. So there's two stars, courtesy of Spider-Man. Well, the 2 stars, let's rescue these 2 civilians and cut down on a chance of an overflow. Rescue the 2 civilians. Let's use this wild to deal a punch to Mysterio. Okay. Well, so far so good, but I'm afraid that as Dr. Octopus moves around, he's going to start eliminating locations more and more rapidly. Spider is up there with Spider-Man. Sure be nice to clear some of these people off at the high school. There's a wild from Miles, and let's play her 2 stars. We'll use the wild to move her back here. We'll play a star to pull 1 civilian. And let's take another star and put it here on this. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't right, was it? No, it takes an extra star. Well, we have 2 stars, and then that moves. So we could take the 1 civilian with the 2 stars. So we're good there. That was her turn, which means Doc Ock is up again. All right, he moves to the next location with any heroes. Well, that would be over here with Miles. And then all heroes move 1 location closer to Dr. Octopus. Then there's a BAM. So let's see which way's closer. For Spider-Man, it's this way. I guess for Ghost Spider, it'll be that way. And then he bams. He's going to add a crisis token. And old Mysterio is going to activate, damage a hero in that location. Oh, poor Miles, he's running out of stuff here. Let's go ahead and put this one back. Leaves him with 1. And we have to, what do we have to add? Oh, yeah, I should have remembered because I just did that. Civilian. And a thug to this location. Okay, it is Spider-Man's turn, and Ghost Spider left him 2 stars. He is there. He could use the 2 stars to rescue those civilians. Let's do that. Let's rescue those well, it takes 2. Well, let's rescue those civilians. And what does he want to do now? Well, he wants to draw a card, so let's see what's going on here. He's got a move and a punch. Let's scoot this over just a little bit. His double wild is out also. So let's have him move. Well, let's not do that one. Let's see. We had 2 stars. Let's not go back just a bit here. He's got a move and a star. Couple move and stars. Got a move and a punch. Wait a minute. It's Ghost Spider's turn. There's her double wild. Got a move, star. Oh boy. Miles left her what again? A wild. Let's do that. Let's do a all right, it's Spider-Man's turn. Let's draw out his next card. Okay, he's got a wild. Actually, and a double wild plus move and stars. Okay, let's take Spider-Gwen left us 2 stars. And he has his double wild. I'm going to play Spider-Man's double wild. And we're going to use Gwen's. Okay, we're going to move. And we have a wild and a couple of stars. Let's take 1 civilian with a star. Can't use the other one. But we'd still have another wild, which lets smack old Mysterio down a health. Okay. Okay, Miles, you're running out of resources here. And you are with Spider-Man and Doc Ock all in the same place. He has a move and a wild. What does this other card say? So I can delay the villain turn if I play this, and I have a wild. Well, actually, I have a total of 3 wilds. So let's do that. 3 wilds and delay the villain's turn. So 1 wild. Whoops. Well, that worked the same anyway. And I clicked them in the wrong order. We did take out, and we had what again? 3 wilds. So and the other wild, what should we do with it? I feel like I messed up somewhere, but I'm just going to keep going. We did have a wild and 2 wilds. So I think I have 1 more wild left. And what I'm going to do with that I'm going to take out one of these thugs. Now I can gain a move token because I'm ending my turn there. So let's do that. Give Miles a move token. Okay, and plus we have Dr. Octopus delayed one. So it's Ghost Spider's turn. There's a wild from Miles. He has a couple moves and a star. Well, let's use her wild to take out another one of these thugs. That one courtesy of Miles. And do we want to move her? I think we do. We want to move her somewhere. Which will be... Boy, I'm worried if I move her over to the Daily Bugle that Doc Ock is going to bam, and then that'll hurt her. And she doesn't have a lot of room to be hurt. So let's move her over to the high school. Get her a little further away. But because we delayed Dr. Ock, we've got 1 more Spider-Man turn that we can take. He is with Doc Ock. We could get... we could play a couple of his punches and then use her move. So let's do that. Let's take out a couple more thugs. And let's use her move. Well, let's go on up here. Up to the Daily Bugle. All right. Now, Doc Ock comes out again. He moves 3. Okay, let's start by moving 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hello there, Ghost Spider. And he does what? Well, he doesn't bam. But if there's a crisis token in a location, a hero there has to take a damage. Well, there's one in Miles. So Miles is effectively KO'd this turn. Turn him over. Who else is in a... Well, let's see. Ghost Spider, so she has to lose 1. Let's have her lose this movement. And then a crisis token is put where Doc Ock is. So there's 2 crisis tokens there. Didn't the rules say if there's 3, the location's gone? Yeah. So we got to be careful because that one has 2. All right, Miles. Well, it's his turn, so he comes back up with four cards. And let's turn him back over this way. Let's wake him up. And let's see what we want to do with him. We need to keep clearing these cards off, and we got to get rid of old Mysterio there. Couple of punches that we have from Spider-Man last turn. So if we move and punch, let's do that. Let's move and punch. So we've got 3 punches available. Let's move him up here with Spider-Man, and let's take 3 off of Sandman. All right. Maybe we can get rid of Sandman here before we get another BAM and boost up his health. Well, it is Ghost Spider's turn. Couple of punches there. And she is where? Let's go ahead and take those punches. Let's punch this thug. And this thug. But she also has a move and a punch courtesy of Miles. Let's go ahead and clear this last guy off here. And let us move her here. But that means that because we've cleared this off, well, Doc Ock's gonna smack us a little faster, which means that technically it's time for him again. Goes 3. Fortunately, no bamming. We're lucking out here. 2 and 3. He's not bamming, but what is he doing? He's putting down civilians. 2 over here. 1 here. And 2 here, which we fortunately have room for. I think we're getting lucky because he's not bamming all the time. All right, Mr. Spider-Man, what are we adding to the conflict? He gets a couple of punches courtesy of Ghost Spider. And he has another punch here. He's got 3 punches available. Well, the 2 that he gets from Ghost Spider, let's smack old Sandman. All right, he is out. And we have another one done. And so Doc Ock is now vulnerable. All right, so let's get Spider-Man. Let's move him close to Doc Ock. Can we do that? Move and a star. What is this one? He has a punch here. Let's do his move and a star. We're going to move him down where Dr. Octopus is. We're going to use his star to clear this civilian. And do we have anything else? Nope. Now, what do we have on our end of turn? I can take a move token. Okay, I'll take a move token. Oh, wait a minute. I can also play this punch. And I can hit Dr. Ock for 1. I think I forgot to adjust this one. I only had Dr. Octopus with 3 health originally. He's supposed to have 4 with 3 players, so I need to add another health back to him. Okay, and that's the end of Spider-Man's turn. All right, Miles is going to do what for us? And where is Miles anyway? Oh, he's back up there at Daily Bugle. He's got a move and a star. Let's go ahead and do this one. Let's do his double wild. Got a move and a star from Spider-Man, so the move is going to bring him down here where Doc Ock is. And the star really isn't going to do anything for him, but we have the double wild, which means we can do a double punch on Dr. Octopus. 1, 2, and he's almost got him defeated. Let's see what Ghost Spider can do for us. 2 stars. Stars won't do anything to the Dr. Octopus. There are 2 punches, or 2 wilds, courtesy of Miles. Can we get her down there? Well, we have to use the... Okay, let's play her wild, or her star here, which is going to get us... Oh, wait a minute, that won't be enough. So let's take a wild to move her. And then we'll take the star to save a civilian. And the other wild is going to move her down with the crew here. Well, that wasn't right. I need to put that back. Okay, we've done our 2 hero turns. Now, Dr. Octopus is coming out again. Two and a bam. Okay, not so good. Let's go 1, 2. He puts a crisis token here. And he bams. So poor Ghost Spider has to get rid of a card. And then he does civilians. Civilian here, civilian here. We can't add one over here. What's our overflow do? And we have to add a crisis token to that location, so can't put it there, so there's the crisis token. Okay, now it's Gwen's turn. Miles contributed a couple of wilds there. She is with him. 2 punches would work. Do I have to move her? No, I can just play her with the star, which doesn't do anything in this location, but I can use Miles's 2 punches to hit Dr. Octopus. And he is down. So we did it. We defeated Dr. Octopus. And it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I think part of that is the fact that I had 3 heroes, which offers a little more flexibility. I'd like to try this one again later with just 2 heroes. But that's 3 of my spider characters taking out Dr. Octopus. As I said, I think one of the factors that contributed to beating Dr. Octopus was the fact that I had 3 heroes instead of just 2. And the fact that playing his master plan cards, I didn't hit a lot of BAMs. If there'd been more BAMs, I'm sure that the crisis tokens would have come out, and we would have lost some of those locations. Well, that's another playthrough of Marvel United. Now I just have to figure out who I want to take on next time.